Hello, hello, hello. Mikey and I are back again, and we have a very, very special guest today, Albert the Tax Man Corey, and he is even recording this to put on his own Facebook Live. So it's a little bit different than what we normally do. But Mikey, why don't you introduce Albert and we'll get going on those questions.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Albert is an incredible guy. You know, he's been trained with some incredible people that we love and respect and have on our summit, Forbes Riley, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins. And we're really excited to have him. And he, he's a coach and mentors thousands of people, loves to, give back. And he's also a tax man. He really has the system down. He can teach you about your pitch. He can teach you about all different things, creating a funnel, etc. So without further ado, we're excited to have him here, and we'll talk everything Taxman.
So welcome, Albert. How about you tell us a little bit about your story and how you got to be the tax man?
Oh God, this is a pretty cool story. Sorry, here, had too much coffee. See, my name is Albert Corey, but the world calls me the tax man. All right, where for almost 4 decades and 16,000 business returns, it really breaks my heart when people come in, new clients, and they pay too much money to guys that don't make any profits. But guess what? I didn't start off this way. You see, I started off in 1982 when I graduated University of South Florida. And guess what? There was no jobs. There was nothing, zero. So I ended up cleaning toilets in my parents' motel. Because Pops comes knocking on my door. Albert, get up. I said, oh shit, Dad, what's wrong? There's a fire. No, the maid's gonna come in and we need to help you clean the rooms. So I started cleaning toilets. Until one day, guess what? This is a family business. Now, how many of you out there, raise your hand if you ever been in a family business, right? And how much did you get paid to go work with them? Thank you. And then Mama comes up to me and says, guess what, Albert, go get your check and a pen. Remember, this is 1985. Go get a pen and you owe the IRS money. And I go, whoo, yeah, you owe the IRS money. So that put me on a mission that I went to go start working for H&R Block. They're the big tax cops. Until one day, somebody comes up to the office, to the manager's desk and says, will you come to my house to do a tax return? The manager says, sure, no problem. $500. Dude, I was only getting paid $4 an hour, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And then I figured I'm going to go out and I'm going to get rich. I'm going to go to people's houses doing tax returns. I get in my car. I race home and I tell my dad, Papa Joe, Corey, Dad, we're going to be rich. Okay, we're going to go tax returns. And guys, what do you think Papa Joe Corey told me?
I'm going to guess that he wasn't very encouraging.
Of course not. He told me off in words. This is a Christian, joy, happy. He told me off, not in one, but in 2 languages, for like 30 minutes. And then I said to him, Dad, you're right. Nobody's going to come to Albert Corey, but everybody's going to come to Corey and Associates. Now, the teaching moment on that was, he was right. Nobody's going to come to me. Okay. So I better figure out how to go get clients. And that's how we went on the journey from doing a whole $1,200 to 84 in 1985 to making 7 figures consistently and having a cool lifestyle. So Papa Joe, thank you for telling me those nice words all my life, and that's where I am today.
I love it.
How's that for a story?
That was actually quite fun. I enjoyed it. So I've got to tell you something that one of my coaches has said to me, and I think you'll appreciate it. He said that, money's not that important. It doesn't buy happiness, but next to breathing, it's about just as important.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people say that money can't buy happiness, but it sure does make things a lot easier when you can pay your bills. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You need a place to live. You need to pay for food, all that stuff. So I love the fact that you talk money, because we need to take the sting out of money. It should be fun. It's energy. It should be fun. Why not go on vacations? Why not pay for everything? What would be something that you would tell somebody who is just starting out? Like, how much should they be saving? Like, pay yourself first. Is that something that you would recommend, or what are your thoughts?
Business, talking about as a business or as
yes,
people?
as a business.
Okay, here's what I'd say. Go out and build your business. Do whatever you can. See, in my theory in business, okay, you let the IRS pay for everything. Meaning that, guess what? If you got a cell phone, you make sure it's in a business name. You make sure that Comcast, your internet, is in a name. If you're in a state like Florida, I mean, Jill, I don't know, Julie, where you're in California?
Yeah, California.
Okay, I don't know in California, but in Florida, there's a zillion tolls. You make sure you pay all your tolls on the government. You make sure if you go on vacation, you try to work it that you're going to go learn something. You know, there is no secret why that most national conventions are in 3 places: Orlando, Vegas, or New York. Why? Because these people are going to go because they're going to go on vacation and
like paradise. You go to paradise, right?
Right, and the government, you can write it off because, oh, I went to Vegas. You know, you only went for a little bit to the convention. The rest you're having a good time at night with your friends. So that's why the government will pay for your vacation.
Smart.
But I mean, obviously you got to put money away. Kind of what Covert really, really, really should have set home is, you know, every business has to find a way to put money aside for the rainy day fund. I mean, you don't know when, I mean, look what happened. In March 15th, everything was, oh man, this was like the hottest economy ever. And all of a sudden, wah, 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 wah. We like all hit the roadblock, boom. And like what really, really, really bothers me, guys, is that people, I don't know, I was in San Diego, but people in the food lines, okay, on week 1, hello, ding, 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 ding. What, you know, aren't, you know, something does happen. What happens if your kid gets sick and you can't go to work? Where's that extra money to get there? Now, listen, I'm not complaining about food lines, but you should have had money. You know, your money should have set aside here. Here's the best example ever. You're in California. I'm in Florida. You have earthquakes. You know what's the difference between an earthquake and a hurricane? See, you know it's not coming, so why don't you save the money? At least us in Florida, you know a hurricane's coming. Save that money, and when that hurricane comes, like when Andrew came, when Katrina hit, and Wilma, you got money to hang out for till shit gets back together. And you in California, it's even worse, because if a earthquake comes and rattles you and stuff happens, see, at least in Florida, we know it's coming. But, and you guys, bam, an earthquake could come and you could be out for 3-4 days.
Or longer, because your place of business could crumble. All of a sudden, if it's a brick and mortar, then all of a sudden you have nowhere to go even, so.
Right. So that's kind of my solution on that. I don't know if that answered it, but that's how I think. Put enough money away that you can survive in any crisis.
I love that. So let's talk joy. So if joy were the social currency, what would you do for work, Albert?
Say that again.
If joy were the social currency, what would you do for work?
Oh, my joy for work is I make everybody laugh and smile, because you know, in my world, okay, my parents, I mean, where I learned this real well is, well, here, let me unplug my phone, because you can see this is a real office. See, guys, I'm unplugging the phone in my office because this is a live office every day. Oh, look, you see, I even found $10. Thank you, somebody calling the phone. Because what my dad, Papa Joe Corey, always taught us, I mean, he came from North Lebanon, and he came from zero to hero. But we ran, he had motels in Hialeah in Florida. But when shit happened, like when Marilitos came, from being a little tourist area and Hialeah racetrack, it went down. And what I really learned from Pops is, you know, is that you could be a billionaire, but treat everybody the same. Okay. And you make people feel good.
Mhm.
You know, that's probably another thing that I teach in my Ninja Profits is you make your client, you know, one thing you can do, guys, in today's economy, you know, people always say, well, Amazon's going to steal my business, or McDonald's, or the mall, or all kinds of crazy shit. And I would say, dude, be nice to people, smile, okay, and they will come back to you for decades. I have clients 30 years. And the biggest story, I can tell you that, and in my store, you can bring your kids, your dogs, birds. I mean, somebody brought a pork belly pig one day to the office. And there's pictures from 3 years ago on Facebook on it. But the biggest story that I'll always remember by this one lady, the story goes, she came to me for about 10 years. She lives, I don't know if you know about Miami, but she lives in Fort Lauderdale, about 35, 40 minutes away. And it was close to like April 15th, and she didn't want to drive. You know, little 2-year-old crying, and she didn't want to drive. So she goes to this one guy, and the baby starts crying. And the guy tells her to get out of the office. This is her words. Get out of the office and don't come back to your kid. Stops crying.
Wow.
Wait a minute, wait. Now she tells me the story. She goes, you know, Albert, I brought my 3 kids. Your wife gives us coloring books. You know, and my kids wrote on your wall, and I don't care, because my job is to make you happy. See, rule number 1 of kicking success is you make somebody happy. Guess what? They're going to come back, because Walmart can't beat that. H&R Block can't beat the making you feel good. I mean, listen, from her house to me, there's got to be maybe 1,000. Let's because 500 tax returns. But she still comes because we make you feel good. And that's the name of the game. So I can beat Walmart. I can beat anybody up and down the sideways, because we make you feel good. And that's the secret of success.
Love it.
It's beautiful. So it seems to me like you continuously learn. What are some of your favorite learning books? Like, what are you studying besides just for fun?
I think my fun is my crew calls me. I mean, I was on one of the guys' shows, Tina and Angel. Everybody calls me for whatever reason now MacGyver. I have no clue. Maybe because like the other day, you know, I was doing something on Canva, and I probably haven't read any books. I mean, I haven't read a book in a zillion years. Do I listen to podcasts? Do I listen to audiobooks? But I think my cool thing is like going on Canva or figuring out how to do not crazy stuff, but taking the normal and make it like abnormal, like yesterday to promote something. I learned on Canva to take a video, and I learned how to make it like neon blinky. And guess what? I got more views, you know, because I'm making it blinky. So I guess that's my book.
I need to take your class. Yeah, that's cool.
Well,
so you learn how to reinvent yourself and market yourself differently.
Right. Well, that's why with Ninja Profit Secrets, I mean, the truth is, guys, I'm the tax man, and everybody knows I can get clients. I got clients all over the country. I get clients all the time. But the secret sauce is I'm out to try to do the Ninja Profits, where you combine, you know, that's my next thing, my goal, because we combine simple marketing and accounting to increase your bottom line. And I don't know about you guys, but I like more money in my bank. So if you're watching this, guys, on Facebook or wherever you're watching, give everybody some, oh yeah, if you like more money in your pocket. Thank you. Of course. We all do.
Albert.
But that's what I'm coaching, and that's what I do.
That's awesome. So are there any little tips that you can give?
Yeah. The simplest tip is, guys, be real. Go out and do what I call education marketing. Okay. Education marketing is probably the simple way to go build. Not about you guys. The last thing I know, even a homeless guy pays for a cell phone bill, correct? Agree? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, agree.
Yes.
Agree. So why aren't you, if somebody says, oh, I don't have no money, well, I can't pay for a class. Well, guess what? There's this thing, sorry, I'm going to point to here, called your cell phone. Go, everybody is smarter than me in this world, okay? Everybody's super smart. Go out and say something. Go get it, education marketing. Go out and become the expert. You click a button on Facebook Live, and you go, what's up? I am the blah, 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 and you go and help somebody. What does that do? You become, by the way, you never sell. No, 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 no. But let me tell you how you sell, Julie. I made thousands of dollars on this one tip. You know what it is?
What's that?
It's simple. You say your little thing, and I show you how to say it and what to do. But here's how you sell. It's like soft sell. Any questions or comments, please leave it below or hit me up. And Mikey, here, you know, I did this to you the other day. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
Message below or hit me up on Messenger. There's that little button called the cell phone. You click the button, your phone goes, ding. Oh, sorry. I don't know how the ring goes boop, 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 boop. And next thing you know, you can connect with anybody in the world. And
Brilliant.
guess what? Nobody has your cell phone number. No, you just click a button and you can talk to anybody, and it's very abrasive. And if you think they're an idiot or they're talking too much, you just block them. That's it. So any questions or comments, leave it below. It's like what I'm saying is now is one of the things that we're coaching and Profit Academy is, you know, you can build your business for the time it takes. By the way, have you ever gone to Starbucks, Julianne?
Yesterday.
Thank you. And how long do you wait in line in Starbucks?
Actually today or yesterday, not at all, but normally 10 minutes.
Thank you. You know, by that 10 minutes, you could have held up the phone. Hey, my name is Julianne. I am the Joy expert. Today, we're going to talk about blah, 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 right?
Yeah,
And that's it.
absolutely.
And boom. Any questions or comment, leave it below. And then you take it. And then once you get that video, you then forward it. I mean, by the way, you don't spam. You make sure you put it into any group that you're going to leave, you know, that you're going to give positive information.
Mm-hmm.
Because every group out there, okay, if you're in the right groups, I am not, you notice, did I one time sell you anything? Did you a sales pitch?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's education marketing. I'm even education marketing you guys right now. Never sold anything.
Yep. Well, I consider it leading with generosity because you're sharing your knowledge with us. So that is definitely,
That's too big
it's
of
valuable.
a word for me. By the way, that's too big of a word. I only speak in 2 syllables. Actually, education marketing. I speak in 4 syllables.
I love it.
So you've been trained with some incredible people. I was just wondering if you could just explain a little bit about what you've learned or trained, you know, from some of these people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is probably the first one that got me started on this whole journey thing was 4 years ago. I think it all starts back with Grant Cardone because, I mean, I was always big, but then that really got me obsessed when I read the 10X book and Obsessed or Be Average. See, success is to go big, you know, dream the impossible dream. So that really jacked me up. And then I went to my buddy Bill Walsh, and then Bill Walsh taught you how to be eloquent on stage, get you out in the world. And then this summer, I hung out with Forbes and did Pitch It. And I took the class on pitchitdinero.com, which really showed me how to speak more eloquently, how to speak more confidently. So you fuse those two together, you get Taxman 3.00.
Yeah, best of all worlds, for sure.
You put them all together because success really is a pie, you know. And I will tell everybody, don't stay with one guru forever because you're going to get stuck. Not stuck because you need variety. I mean, success is you need a pie. Success is a pie. So, and even before Grant, you know, there's a whole line of succession that led up to Grant. and the succession, you know, Bill and Forbes, and next week, next month, there might be somebody else that comes into my life that says, this is going to help me figure out the next thing. Whether it's Russell, I mean, I did Russell Brunson stuff. So I did, but everything gave me one step towards, you know, and you know, got me one step going forward.
I love it. So I'm looking at a book behind you.
Yeah.
I'd love for you to talk about that.
Okay, this
Uh-huh.
this is my book called The Art of Perception. And this is, guess what? This is my story. Oops, sorry guys. It's called, I had my tax programs open. Let me shut this. Shut that off. Sorry, this is my story. And really the story is how I go from a college graduate to 7 figures. It's how to, the art of perception, how to 10x your income with little or no resources. I mean, it's not difficult, guys. I did it. It's simple. It's pretty much that I could take any homeless guy. You could be homeless. I mean, I started in my bedroom in my mom's house. Hello, 7 figures, traveled the world, worked with some of the brightest people on the planet, gone to the best sports games in Miami, you know, hung out with everything, you know, all because of this.
So is that like it's your story, but do you teach in that as well?
Oh, yeah,
or?
because along the way, guys, along the way, what we're showing you is it's teaching you why you need voice now. I mean, it's, see, in my world, I can't write, I only tell stories. So all my life is telling stories. So the story on this is how I use the voicemail. It's like I'm living in, here, I'll give you an example. And Julianne, I was kind of like picking on your stuff the other day, but it's okay. Is that what drives me? There's somebody I know, I won't mention their names, is that you're having a multi-million-dollar business and you go, hi, this is blah, blah, leave me a message. Rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you can't say, oh, I'm sorry, my mailbox is full. You're not going to build, because the art of perception says that if you are IBM, Walmart, the biggest downtown firm in your city, they don't, you know, when you call, I'm making this up, guys, when you call Amazon headquarters or Bill Bezos' office, you know, you don't say, hi, this is Billy. Billy don't come on the phone. You don't know, this is his receptionist. Bezos not going to put Bezos Amazon at MSN. Of course not. Because you can play the part. And that's what I'm showing people. That if you think go big or go home, no matter where you are, it's you gotta play the parts. And that's why people are broke. See, the rich get richer and the poor get poor. Not that, dude. Half these people are 10 times smarter than me. It's not, listen, I ain't the brightest light bulb. I just get shit done. You know, I just get done. It's not about, you know, I got people work for me, plumbers. There's 10 times, but they just, you know, you got to go out and get something done. And I get stuff done. And that's, oh, I like, see, I even had to do it this way. Thank you, guys. You know,
product placement.
yes. But that's my passion now. And by the way, what I tell people is, okay, guys, sorry to tell you, I teach the real world. I mean, last thing you know, I'm reaching behind me. This is a real office. This is a real deal. You know, you don't grow 7 figures consistently because fake it till you make it. Okay, well, you kind of, well, that's what perception, well, but that's another story. But you got to show the world that you're the biggest. Listen, like I said, you could be homeless, but if you make the world think you're the biggest person on the planet, bam, you know, you're in the race. Now you're competing with everybody.
So what kind of advice would you have given your younger self knowing what you know now?
I think, A, don't be cheap and go find people. I mean, it's like the story I will tell you is and I got one of the guys work for me is 28. And I say to myself when he's here, I make fun of me, is I wish my 60 stuff knew 28s when I was going this, because I wouldn't have had that Lebanese thinking, oh, I ain't gonna go to an event. It's gonna cost money. Oh, don't buy this. No, it's like you got to go get other people to help you. You know, you got to spend money. Hate to tell you guys, you know, and then I came up with something really, see if you guys can figure it out, right, Julie? I said something to one of my clients, and I tell this to people, and I want you to answer this question. Okay, are you ready to max out your credit cards for success?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And why is that? Tell me why I say that.
You got to spend money to make money.
No, that's not why. Why do you think it's that way, Mikey?
Because you got to invest in yourself?
Nah, kind of. Because you know what that means? That means I'm all in. It's like you're at a poker table, boom, you're all in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're all in. Okay? You know, you're all in. When I tell that to people, you're all in. So the rich get richer and the poor get poorer for only one reason. They're all in every day. Mm-hmm. Every day they put all their chips in. But you know what's pretty cool about that? But the working stiffs, the people who worry about, oh, where's my stimulus check? Mm-hmm. Is instead of worrying about that, be all in to figure out how to make more. Because the end of the day, and that's happened to me a million times, people working for me, people did coaching, all kinds of stuff, stole thousands of dollars from me. You know what? End of the day, I will tell you, keep the money, bitch. I'm still here, and you ran out. You're homeless in Seattle and crying, and I'm still here.
There you go. Well said. I love that idea, though, because if you're not all in, then obviously you're not going to get the same results. You're not committed, like you said. So is there anything else that you'd love to mention or tell our audience that you think is important or pertinent to joy and money?
I think the joy of money is have fun. Okay. The joy of money is, but don't be stupid. I mean, I see this all the time when I've been doing accounting stuff and I was a mortgage broker, realtor, but have fun with money, but don't be stupid. I mean, don't go buy the Maserati when you're only making $50K a year, because you're only really hurting yourself. Dude, you're just a poor bastard. Go buy that $340 a month payment Kia and live to tell about it. Because in the end of the day, nobody doesn't care that you drive a Maserati. Because I don't care. Really? I drive a Toyota and I can buy, anybody knows it, I can buy any car in the planet with no question. But for what? To get a $900 Lambo payment? Or, are you crazy? I'm having a shit attack because I got to pay $385. Okay, I had the same 2006 truck, and I was afraid. I didn't want to get rid of it until I had to say it's time to say goodbye. But so spend your money wisely. Don't keep up with the Joneses, because at the end of the day, you don't know the Joneses are bankrupt. Mm-hmm. You don't know. They look so cool and wonderful, but they probably are built up to, they probably got more bills, It's like the story that I'll never forget my kid told me. Have you guys ever been to Miami?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's make it simple. Ocean Drive. Well, there's these huge islands called Star Island leading up to Ocean Drive. And all the movie stars live there. Mm. So my son was going to school, and he was hanging out with his friend on South Beach, right? And coming home, he goes to me, "Look, Dad, we live in Miami Springs, a nice neighborhood, very nice, cool." Because look, Dad, they live on Star Island. They have this 50-foot yacht. How come we don't have it? And I said, okay, fine. But he's the agent of all the stars. has front row seats to the Heat games and Dolphin games and blah blah blah. And I said, that's cool. But what do they have at the end of the month? End of the day is what do you have at the end of the month? So if you're a billionaire and you still got money left at the end of the month, great. You can go buy, Grant can go buy that Maserati and living on that big condo and have that amazing jet. Because I bet he has money end of the month. But if you don't have money in a month, he can't have that big Gulfstream 49, would bankrupt him. But he has enough money end of the month to buy these toys.
I love it. Well, how can people reach you?
Oh, I love people saying that. Guess what, guys? I got awesome free gifts. Sorry, part of the free gifts because I love to give. You can get a whole bunch of stuff. And let me just. Sorry, can you see that? Like that for self-promotion, right?
There you go.
There we go. Up.
See, you can text Taxman to 26786. Taxman to 26786. And what you're going to get is a couple of things. You're going to get my digital copy of my book, The Perception. I mean, my stuff is probably worth about $299. And if you really use it effectively, it could be worth more. You're going to get a list of my 30 best tax deductions, which I've saved clients millions of dollars. And you're going to get this sheet here, 5 simple steps to increase your bottom line. By the way, guys, it's the same steps I use every day to grow my 7-figure business consistently. And you can do it too. And ain't rock, dude. If a guy goes from cleaning toilets to 7 figures, it ain't rocket scientist.
Right.
Okay. And my clients always get the best refunds. That's why I got people 30 plus years. Text Taxman. Sorry.
Other side.
Sorry, guys.
There you go.
Taxman at 26786.
Awesome.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you. You provided so many different tips and information, and you live a joyful life. You appreciate people in your life. It's been a really great power half hour with you. So we really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, guys. It was really a pleasure. and thank you for having me on. As a tax man for almost 40 years in the business and helped 16,000 business owners, achieve their best refunds with little or no capital. I really want to thank you guys because at the end of the day, it's you guys spreading the message. And that's the name of the game. Mm-hmm. See, the world is falling apart because all people want to do is bang windows. Maybe if they smiled and said, if all these idiots who banged windows every day and broke shit and said, and smiled. See, Papa Joe taught me one thing. The smile is going to get you a lot farther than breaking somebody's window. Okay. And that's really what it's about. And I'm glad you guys are out there making people smile and happy. And more people, guys, if you're watching this on my Facebook feeds, and eventually this will be turned into a podcast and probably repurposed everywhere and anywhere. Let me get a better picture of all of us so I can take a picture on Facebook somehow. There you go. I guess I'm gonna have to do this later. We'll do a little selfie later on my phone. And that's what it's about. Okay, guys. I hope I gave super value to your fans and family.
A lot of value. Thank
and
you.
To us. Don't forget us. Mikey and I count.
Yeah, we learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot.
And that's what we're here for. I'm out here to make people happy. See, when you make people happy, the money's going to come. You can come up and down. I mean, covert can come, the recessions come and go. But if you make people happy, they're either going to come back to you or they're going to say, hey, Albert, you're amazing. Let me go refer somebody to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again. We really appreciate you being with us today.
Okay, guys.